scarier than it seems. Like, I want to go for it, and like obviously I don't have a holster. I have one coming, but this is literally my first time with live ammo doing this, basically trying to quick draw, which obviously, like I said, I don't have a holster, and my main priority is safety over everything. It's kind of scary to, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. Basically, like say I, you know, half pull it up and it goes off when it shouldn't, or, you know, I'm still fairly new to it, especially with Blackpowder. I so badly want to uncock, pull it, you know, out of my holster, go for the hammer and shoot. But then another part of me is like, what if I don't get it exactly where I want it to be? Which I'm shooting like a distance of like 4 or 5 feet, but I want to make sure it doesn't, you know, go anywhere, which I have a bunch of woods and everything behind me, but I want to make sure it goes into the berm. So it's a little scary, to be honest. Oh, look, there goes 2 little deers, 2 little babies. It's okay, you're safe. Well, not if I miss. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to actually quick draw it out of my holster and land it in that general area without shooting my toes or my fingers off. Hopefully, it's the idea. Let's try it. I'm gonna kind of cock my leg in a little bit just to make sure I don't accidentally shoot my foot or do something, you know, prematurely. Which I practice this a lot, like in my room with like snap caps on my 45 long Colt. But it is different. Maybe I'll stand closer. And I'm trying to replicate pulling up and then going forward instead of just going forward, because that's a little unrealistic. With this being such a long barrel, you have to pull up pretty high, get it in there. Like, I'm sure I can hit the hammer, but can I get all 3 cocks in, you know? That's what she said. All 3 of the, you know, cocks, get it all the way there, and then pull the trigger after I've done that. Which I know a lot of guys will already have their hand on the trigger, and them shooting is based off of when they get the hammer cocked, and it's already pointed in a safe direction. What I'm gonna do is keep my finger off the trigger, maybe kind of slow, but just to be extra safe. And if I screw up, it doesn't shoot. And if it does go off, it's in a safe direction. So we'll try it. Okay, well, I didn't shoot, but I was successfully able to cock it, so I'll go and fire. Excellent. Okay, I'll try it again. I'm gonna try to actually go for it this time. It may be still slow, because I'm gonna knowingly not pull the trigger at first, but once I know we're fully cocked, I'll go for it. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. We got one more, maybe? Nope, that's it. Whew. Not gonna lie, that was kind of nerve-wracking. All right, I'm gonna go reload here, and we'll go again. All right, we're gonna reload this thing as quick as I can. Let's see, where do we start? Oh yeah, with the gun. Forgive me, it's been a long time since I've actually shot this thing. There we go. So I am fairly slow, but I guess I could tell somewhat of a story while we're at it. I'm slow because I want to be extra safe. Like I'm like deathly scared of Blackpowder for some reason. It's like electricity to me. I'm scared of electricity. I'm getting shocked. Paul Harrell is actually the reason for my interest in Blackpowder. And yeah, man, it just sucks that he's gone. But him and Duelist1954 were big reasons why I got into this stuff. Like, I've always liked guns and, you know, Call of Duty and stuff, but I mean, it was like my main reason for, you know, being interested in guns, especially the early Call of Duties. Get off of me, spider. This looks like a bad idea, don't it? It's not at my face, don't worry. But yeah, man, we recently just lost Duelist1954, and we, you know, last year, or whatever it was, I can't even remember how long ago it was we lost Paul now, but man, what a hell of a guy. And I recently watched a interview that his brother Roy did, and what a man, dude. What a man he was, and I mean for real. Not that it's, you know, my business to put out there, but I had no idea until I had watched this recently that Paul went on Paul's time. If you catch my drift. And because you're able to do that up in Oregon. They provide for that, which is cool, I think. It's called Death with Dignity Act. I think it was introduced in like the 90s or something. But I think in Paul's case, you know, it's really cool. There's something else I didn't know, which is even cooler, if you can say, you know, the Death with Dignity Act was cool, was that he was also, unbeknownst to me, a man of faith, believe it or not. I had no idea. And like his brother said, you know, Paul never prayed in front of him, like, ever. But, you know, when it came down to it, he did. And that's super cool. Something that I guess has been on my mind for a long time, like, you know, hoping, and a lot of people don't like that, you know, people don't care for it, or say you're an awful person for even bringing up that kind of stuff, like religion and all that stuff. But I think it's really cool that Paul was, and told other people how he felt about it. And as far as I know, shared the gospel before he went, because he knew that it didn't matter what people thought of him anymore. The time was coming, you know. And I commend him greatly, dude. I mean, that guy, I mean, geez. You could ask my girlfriend. Paul Harrell this, Paul Harrell that. You know, it's Thanksgiving specials, all that stuff, dude. I'd sit there and watch beginning to end, front to back, you know, over and over again. And, yeah, dude, he's missed for sure. There will never be another Paul Harrell. That's for damn sure. Anyways, we're almost loaded up here. You know what I should do before I put these caps on is butter these damn cylinders. There we go. Because that's like Paul Harrell said, and I would have never known that this could happen, realistically happen, but chain fires are a real thing. Which it also has a patch in there as well. I'm gonna need more than that. Which should help prevent it, but still, nonetheless. I'm gonna butter the hell out of this thing. Who cares if it's messy? It's all gonna get shot off anyway. But yeah, long story short, he was a hell of a guy, man. And so was Duelist, dude. I only recently got into his content just before he passed away. Which he has a great, you know, what would you call it? Discography of awesome stuff out there too, just like Paul did in his own right. Especially relating to Blackpowder and firearms used in movies and things like that. Which is fantastic. Good stuff. Oh, I got way too much on there. When it gets hot outside like this, dude, this just becomes super messy for me anyways. Like I said, I'm not fast at reloading these, and definitely not the best at it. Damn, dude, that is so gunky and nasty, dude. It's like melted butter. Damn, I want to get this right a little bit better. Let me just try to pour it directly into this cylinder. Here we go. What they don't tell you when you're getting into Blackpowder is how annoying it is to clean this stuff, dude. I don't even know which one's got, because I only load 5. Now I don't even know which one. I guess that one's the empty one. We'll put a cap on all of them. Call it a day. And we'll set those down. Another good thing Paul taught me was these caps. You have to seat them with the hammer. And that can be kind of dangerous. Trying to get those on there, and not set it off. They can go off. Just from pushing on them. So now if y'all see how dirty my hands are right now, it's quite gross. All right, let's do it. Why did it take me 8 minutes? I'm sure I could speed this process up, but like I said, I'm a little scared of it. I respect it way too much, is what I probably should say. All right, we should be good to go. Hopefully I capped all the correct cylinders. Anyways, we're gonna go back to doing what we were doing, and that's the quick draw. Try it again. It's gonna be even worse now. My hands are all greasy and buttery. All right. That's good. Not bad. There goes 2. We got 3 left. I wonder if we can bang, 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 you know, real cowboy style. I'm not guaranteeing that I can do something like that. We'll try. I'm gonna get really close. Let's try it. As fast as I am. I'm no professional gunslinger. That was kind of fun though. I'm getting less scared of it as we go on. Like I said, it's been a while since I've oh, I got a cut on my hand somewhere. Oh, that's probably from the hammer. All chambers look to be clear. All right, yeah, we're good. I get this cap off of here. There we go. That's all of them. Cool. All right, I'm gonna end it there. That was fun though. I got a cut on my hand from the hammer. I wanted to bang, 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 bang. My hands are so greasy. Didn't quite work out that way. I'm gonna get more practice on this though. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Bye. All right, and now it's time to clean. Dawn dish soap and water, hot water. Let's see if I remember how to take this thing apart. It's been probably over 2 years since I've shot this thing, so I think, yeah, take this pin, put that out, pull that all the way out. Okay, maybe, let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Pin is stuck in there. Okay, there we go. You half cock it, you can get the cylinder off, and there we go. I think for intents and purposes, I'm gonna clean this part after we're done videoing here. Let's see. Yep, that's just about right. And this stuff you really, really have to clean. Found out the hard way, being lazy, of course, all those years ago when I did shoot it. I don't know if you can see on the outside of the barrel there. See little marks on it? That's where it started pitting the barrel on the outside. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't make a stupid decision, which I blued over top of it, but you can still see the evidence there. Luckily, the inside of the barrel and everything else was fine. It's just on the outside it really started getting at it. And my idea was, is if I leave it in warm soapy water overnight and do it in the morning, I'd be okay. Come out that morning, there was rust all inside of there, and it was all along the outside of the barrel. It started eating it. So if you do shoot black powder and you're wanting to get into it, clean it after you shoot it, for real. Because it can go bad real quick if you don't. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty gunky in there. Real gunky. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, oh, that ain't the right one. I really don't want to hold this by hand because it hurts. Nope. That ain't it neither. Is this that's an adapter, I bet, yeah. There we go. This is a 357 brush here. And I think that'll work good for our 36. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dunk the barrel in there while it's just hanging out. I'll really start working each one of these chambers, really aggravating it. Like really aggravating it. And this is a brand new brush, so it's a little stiff. That's not unscrewing, it is unscrewing. Yeah, you're supposed to use like a little tiny crescent wrench or whatever to really lock this brush on there, but I did not do that. And I'm not venturing downstairs and into my garage to acquire that. So I'm gonna deal with what we got. Yeah, this water's already turning black. And what you also want to do on these is there's nipples here on the back. You want to screw those out and really get those, but I'll do that off camera. Just trying to make a quick video. because those can get really gunked up too, to the detriment of your next shooting range session. Try to do this in the water as best as I can. Another good tip, I know I'm talking a lot about him, but he taught me a lot, is after cleaning these, store them in a lot of oil, typically. But when you go to shoot, you know, you're shooting black powder. You're not shooting cartridges, so you don't really want to put black powder inside of an oily chamber. Best to take some of those percussion caps, put them on the back of your nipples before loading anything, and shooting all that oil out, and then load your firearm. All right, let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see. Let's pop these bubbles here so you can really look down inside. So if you don't have one of these curved lights, man, they are awesome. It's looking pretty good already. Really good, actually. Didn't really dirty up this up too much either. Seems we got most of it out, just in the crevices, really, that it's stuck down in there, which we'll get some cotton and clean those the rest of the way out. That's why it's good to take the nipples out when cleaning these. And they just twist out. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay. Let's get some cotton patches. And we'll probably Q-tip for good measure. Oh yeah, I forgot there's an adapter. No, it doesn't want to go on. There we go. It's funny because my friend that I used to shoot with seemed like he was just as scared as this thing as I am. And it's just a little 36. It's nothing, you know, actually scary or anything like that, but it's just the fact that it's black powder. It seems sketchy, which I don't know if it seems sketchy to the people back then. Maybe not. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not even really grabbing a whole lot. And for those of you that would presume that I'm doing this wrong, I'm stuffing the cotton out in front of this like this before I push it down. My biggest problem is forgetting which cylinder I'm on. So maybe I should pay attention. Tell you what though, it would have been nice to have 6 cylinders back during the Civil War. Man, I would not want to have to do this all the time. Maybe if you shoot enough at the enemy, you don't have to worry about it. that's the last one. I might have already got this one, but that's okay. All right. It's our handy dandy Q-tip. Pop all the bubbles. Get a good swab. Oh yeah, it's looking good. It's like nothing on there. I'm really getting in there too. So one on the right side was for initial thing, and then this is this one. Barely nothing. And then I'm gonna get the inside one as well. All right. Clean as a whistle. Or maybe not. All right. Oh yeah, that is actually clean. It's nice to go in there with that hard brush in the water and then go in behind it with the cotton, do the same thing, and swirl, like stuff it down in there and swirl, get all the crevices, and then Q-tip right behind it. Another thing, you really want to make sure you dry this thing too. Get it nice and dry, which we'll do that before we do any oiling of that sort. Love the engravings on this thing though, I'll tell you what, so cool. This is an 1851 Navy replica, by the way, from Uberti. Let's see, let me paint the face here. Forget that. Yeah, when we get the nipples off, we'll do that. Other than the nipples, this thing is ready to go. Rock and roll, baby. Neat. All right. Now the barrel. Let's grab that 357 one out of here. Just gotta remember where I put it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Is that you right there? Yeah, it is. Nice. Oh yeah, that's gonna get it clean right there. Nice and tight, but not too tight. And if you were wondering, we're shooting the Hornady 375 caliber balls out of here. And that's all I've shot out of here. Mainly because I haven't shot it enough to need another box of ammo. The barrel's good and agitated now. Alrighty, that part's a lot easier. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, Let's get the cotton. Actually, I'm gonna do one more thing on that cylinder before we put it away as well. Got some brushes I can really get in there with on the cylinder near the nipples, like around the nipples. Okay. Nice and wet. Yeah. Oh, that ain't gonna fit down there, is it? No, it ain't. All right, we're gonna have to get another one of these. Didn't even think about it. Let's test it out before I put it on there. That's gonna be a little bit tight. That'll work. That'll do the job right there. Like a glove. Love to watch the rod rotate as it comes up and down the barrel. Very cool. Everything reminds me of her. Alright, but that looks pretty good. And that was tight in there. So, we should be good on that as well. Yep, cool. Well, that's chilling. Take our brush here. Really get in on those nipples. There we go. There we go. All right. Gunky boar butter is all solidified back on there now that we're in the air conditioning. Very gross. What we can do is we can clean the exterior of this. Sure, why not? Let's do it. You know what? I'm gonna take it apart anyway. You know what? Let's use a brush. Yeah, this is just the only real unfortunate thing about shooting black powder. Well, depends on who you are. It could be a fortunate thing. It's kind of relaxing, but then again, it's kind of annoying knowing you have to do it. Some things just aren't as fun when you know you have to do them. When you don't have to, it's a lot more fun. What in the hell is that? Oh, it's a brush. I lost it. I was like, is there fishing line in this thing? Got stuck in one of the things there. The thing that holds the, I forget what it's called. Holds the cylinder in place. Got one stuck, sticking out of there. Let's see if I can do something. You know, for as long as I've had this thing too, I'm surprised there is no rust on this thing, like anywhere. Being that we are shooting, you know, stuff that's very caustic, it's very impressive. I've managed to keep it unrusty, other than the outside of that barrel. Get in there with a Q-tip. Get any other crevices. Also help dry it out a little bit. I think this thing would be so much more fun if we could get like a cartridge conversion or something earlier. And smokeless powder too. That way we can just play with it. And the reason why I say take it apart later is because that's going to take quite a bit more time to clean all the little pieces. I think for all intents and purposes, it should be okay. All right. I'll take this ramrod, get in there too. How do I want to get in here with this? Brush ain't failed me yet. You know what? Let's do that. You really got to clean everything. Outside, inside, everything. Which, if anything did happen to it, I wouldn't be too sad. These things, well, at least when I bought it, was like 250 bucks. Shipped right to my door. All right. I'll go Q-tip mode now. Get down in those weird spots. Right down there. All right, I think we're in good shape. Looking good. All right, cool. Ooh, one more spot. I think since we got the main stuff done, I'm gonna take the rest of the gun apart, come back to it, oil it up. Once everything's back together, or whatever, and we'll finish it there. All right, got our nipples back on, got our lower receiver, pistol grip, trigger back together after cleaning it, and everything seems to be dry now. So now we can go on to oil. Let's oil this fucker. Let's oil it up. Oh yeah. Okay. I like this stuff a lot. It's very oily. Used it for all my guns, and I'm almost out. So, but it's good. And on this gun, I like to oil everything, and I mean everything. Every damn thing. Put a drop in each cylinder. I mean, I want this thing to be covered in oil. Even the outside. You might think I'm crazy. Not necessarily outside the cylinder, but trying to get it in those grooves where it, you know, wears down the middle, where it could rust or anything. Cool. Set that down. And let's get our thingy-majig. Our barrel stuffer. Yeah, I ended up putting the gun back together after I'd got the trigger together and the nipples back on. I was like, oh shoot, missed a step. I'm gonna graciously oil this thing up. There we go. We'll start with the barrel. Good. Get that oily. Any weird spots, any metal on metal spots. They're grinding up against each other. Any moving parts. Like I said, I wouldn't be the biggest deal in the world if this thing rusted or whatever, but I like it for it to not. Plus, you can always get the oil back off. But if you don't put enough, there's something weird going on in there, then you're kind of screwed. And then you got an ugly gun. Okay. All right. And then we'll get in on the outside of here. The inside's already been done. Just here and there. Don't want too much on the outside. Like I said, we can always get it back off. I'm just going to spread it. Use my finger here. Alright, that's good and oiled on the outside. Let's put it back together. Snap our pin back in. Where's my, there it is. Cool, I think we're good. Ready to rock and roll. There she goes. Clean as a whistle. Yep, and now we'll get in a little bit more back here. And the hammer and all that. All up. Kind of tore it up doing that. Never noticed that. I'm putting little tiny drops. There we go. It's like a brand new gun. And like I said, I'm getting a holster here soon, two-sided, because I got another one I just picked up. This one right here. So I'm gonna be dual wielding both of them. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna try. I got two guns, one for each of you. Well, thanks guys for hanging out. I'm gonna, guess I'll get off of here and bounce. We're done with this thing. You know, I kind of gripe and moan about cleaning this thing and having to clean it, you know, when shooting it, and then shooting it as a whole task in and of itself, but it really is kind of like relaxing, you know. Or you can go out to the range with like a AR-15, have some dumb fun, or an AK, and it's not so much of a task. Like, you could put it away in the closet when you get home and just be done with it. And, you know, loading magazines is easy as that. This thing takes quite a bit of time and patience, and, you know, like I said, it's a task. But it's kind of a relaxing task, you know. I don't hate it. And maybe I'll get more into black powder shooting. Just feel like I never have time, you know what I mean? All right, well, she's clean. See if I can reverse it. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, one more time, one more time. Give me another chance. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye.